I'm ready for this.
We have to learn from our mistakes and be better on Tuesday.
Welcome to Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Bam Adebayo back in it. James goes inside and throws it down. Bam Adebayo back up and in. James, a couple of three-point bombs. James against Butler, one-on-one. Baseline shot, it's good. Butler drives, and the game is tied. Davis for three. Bang! The Lakers are back in control of these NBA Finals.
Stephen A. Smith back with us once again for our NBA Finals coverage. Steve, this was a tight game until the final minutes down the stretch. What was the difference for the Lakers?
Well, I thought a big-time three from the right corner by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope followed up that with a driving layup. That was a big key. And then Rondo scored on a driving layup, and then he was the one that fed Anthony Davis. So what you had was veteran guard play stepping up at pivotal moments. And veterans, period, because Anthony Davis has been in the league for quite some time. Obviously, Rondo and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope has been there. LeBron dropped his 28 and what have you. But the young thoroughbreds on Miami, the Tyler Heroes of the world, the Duncan Robinsons of the world, who played good games, in the end, the experience of those individuals on the Lakers is what pulled everything through. This is exactly what the Rob Pelinkas of the world, the Magic Johnsons before him had anticipated and were looking for when they built this Lakers squad.
Yeah, L.A. with some solid defense in that fourth quarter, too, and some key offensive rebounds. So now we're at 3-1 Lakers.
Yes.
This Heat team has shown a willingness to fight. Their competitive desire can't be questioned, but is this anything but a foregone conclusion now?
Yes. It's a foregone conclusion. Right. It's over. They're going home.
All right.
In all likelihood, Friday. The valiant effort, all the respect in the world. They'll be around in the future. But in terms of this series, it's a wrap. They're not coming back from a 3-1 deficit. They don't have the horses. They've got young, solid players surrounding a guy like Jimmy Butler. Jay Crowder was a great pickup for them and what have you. But when you're going up against LeBron and AD, you need at least one bona fide superstar to offset that. Jimmy Butler played like a superstar in Game 3, but is he a superstar night in and night out? No, he's not there.
I'm going to try one more time. Extra day. Maybe they get Dragic.
Well, you know, all right, you're going to give him a chance, and we'll give him a chance Friday night. I am telling you, they're going home. Okay? They're going back to South Beach. Now, if they luck up and they win a game or whatever, that's fine. What I mean when I say that is that they are not coming back from a 3-1 deficit to win the NBA championship. That's not going to happen, and I'm predicting this series ends Friday.
All right, only team to do it, of course, LeBron James with the Cavaliers coming back from
There is no LeBron James on the Miami Heat any longer.
Stephen A. Smith with us on SportsCenter.
The Lakers are the 36th team to go up 3-1 in the finals. Only one of the previous 35 blew that lead. Anybody remember who that was?
Tell me.
Yeah, the Warriors. To LeBron and the Cavs back in 2016. Except this time, though, LeBron is the guy with the 3-1 lead. One win away from his fourth NBA title with his third team.
You will hear from all the many participants from that game real soon. Right now we got Tim Legler for some analysis. It happens all the time, regular season or playoffs. One team misses at one end, the other guys go the other way and hit. It probably happened too many times against the Heat this evening, right?
Yeah, it did, Kenny, and I think that's where you're talking about really the big difference in this game, the swings, because the margin for error against a team like the Lakers is so small. So when you work hard enough to get a clean look against a great defense, you've got to make a higher percentage than the Heat did. And it felt like every time they missed one of those good looks, it ended up with something great on the other end for the Lakers. Here are some examples. I mean, this is Tyler Hero. This is one of the guys you want taking that exact shot. Misses a wide open look in a one-point game. Come down the other way, swing the ball a little bit. Nice job by the Lakers being patient right here. But ultimately, this ball gets swung, and this is Alex Caruso. He's not as good a shooter as Tyler Hero, and that's actually a contested shot, but he bangs it. Here on the break, again, up 3. Man, to go up 6 right there is a huge swing. Instead, Crowder misses. You come the other way. Lakers swing the basketball, and you've got a wide open look on one end, and instead the Lakers move the basketball, and this is Morris with a contested 3 going the other direction. So now you've got a tie game instead of being up 6. And here, another one. This is late, 3 minutes to go. That's a great look for Jimmy Butler. And instead, you push it the other way. KCP with a 3 in the corner. So for me, those swings are too much to overcome against a team like the Lakers because you have to work so hard to get space. It's so difficult to get to the rim because of the length of Anthony Davis that when you get an open look on the perimeter, You have to make a higher percentage than the Heat were able to tonight, and give the Lakers credit because they capitalized on virtually every one of those misses.
After the first two losses, everyone from Miami said, we just got to play harder. Like they thought the effort level was what was missing. Lakers came in huge favorites to win this thing. Obviously, they're up 3-1, big favorites to finish them off. But they have not broken Miami's will by any means, have they?
No, they haven't been able to put this team away. And it looks like, they're going to have to play here, whether it's for 48 minutes on Friday or they're going to have to play 2 games or 3, however many it takes. They're going to have to play the entire game against this team because they just don't go away very easily. They're very tough. They're very competitive. And they seem like they have a way of making timely shots when they need to. But what you're seeing right now, ultimately, in a 7-game series against a team like the Lakers, Kenny, you need all of your playmakers. And you can't really put a price tag on what Goran Dragic means to this team and his ability to control the basketball, make shots, and also make plays off ball screen. I think it's just put too much pressure ultimately on both Jimmy Butler and even on a guy like Tyler Hero, who's a rookie, who's going to be, I think, an all-star in this league, but it's an awful lot to ask on this stage to be efficient while you're doing it. This is where you miss another playmaker on the floor like Goran Dragic. So they're not going to go away. I just don't know if they have enough. I just don't think it's quite their time yet, even if they were at everybody at their full disposal, but certainly shorthanded against a team this good defensively. It's a tall order, but they're not going to go away easily, I can tell you that. There's a lot of grit on that team.
We still have live coverage coming right now. We go to Eric Spoelstra at the podium.
An old school finals game on the defensive end, both ways, the bodies flying. But
Yeah.
I know it looked like you were getting the looks you're accustomed to. I think it just simply comes down some nights just make or miss.
I'm glad you said that because I just, from my vantage point, I just love seeing our guys compete. I love, how they respond in between those 4 lines. This was a throwback game, and there were some moments of truth, there at the end. And probably the bottom line is they won those moments of truth. We had some reads, they are long and they are an extremely good defensive team. So your windows happen much quicker. I thought we had some opportunities, but you do have to credit their defense and, they just made some more plays, going down the stretch. And, we'll respond. That's not even that's academic at this point. We'll just rest up tomorrow and get back to work and get ready for the next one.
Next question, Jared Weiss.
So you've seemed to use every defensive scheme that exists in the series so far. Today we saw a lot of hard showing and recovering. How do you feel like that scheme went? And do you feel like you have to keep throwing new things at this Lakers offense?
Yeah, it's not like LeBron hasn't seen every single coverage, so we're not going to trick him. Look, this was in the balance.